Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stocks Around Us with me, Pizza. Guys, every generation has their own characteristics and are called many different names. But whether you're Gen X, Gen Y, or Gen Z, there is one thing that all of us have in common. We, ladies and gentlemen, are called the generation of wellness. What does this mean? It means that we are seeking beyond the traditional medical care. You see, we don't want to just cure illnesses, we want to prevent them. And we don't want to just live long, we want to live well. Just look at all the yoga and fitness studios that's popping up all over the place. Everybody is into organic eating and healthy trends. Plus, statistics have shown that the average person is going to have at least one health or fitness application on their phone right now. I bet you also have it too. People are seeking much more from hospitals, and many are willing to travel the distance to get the best possible healthcare experience. Of course, Southeast Asia is a hub for medical tourism, whether it's Thailand, Singapore, or Malaysia. So today, we are here to explore a premier healthcare provider in Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TMC KD Hospital, which is run by TMC Life Sciences Berhad. TMC Life Sciences Berhad is one of the fastest growing premier healthcare groups in Malaysia. It has been listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad since 2005. Their flagship hospital, Tropicana Medical Center, Kota Damansara, TMCKD, is strategically located in the Golden Triangle of Petaling Jaya and offers a multidisciplinary care with advanced medical technology that delivers quality healthcare solutions and superior service experiences for local and international patients. Their medical center has over 200 beds and 100 consultant specialists from different medical and surgical disciplines, ranging from aesthetic medicines, diabetic and kidney care, ear, nose and throat, head and neck laser surgery, gastroenterology, heart, orthopedic, urology, and many more. TMCKD handles over 18,000 admissions a year, and it has always been on the forefront of the latest medical technology. In fact, it was the first medical center in Southeast Asia to install a 32-channel 1.5 Tesla MRI machine. In addition, it is one of the first hospitals in the region to offer the latest full-field digital mammogram system, which uses 30% less radiation than the conventional mammography. Other technologies in which they were the first to bring in also includes the laser technology used for tissue treatment, AcuPulse dual surgical CO2 laser, and the UltraPulse, which generates better aesthetics results in lesser treatment sessions. The center offers a complete range of assisted reproductive treatments that have generated high pregnancy rates close to 66%. This is comparable to one of the most renowned fertility centers in the world. To accelerate their growth, TMC Life Sciences has embarked on a major expansion program, expanding the existing TMC-KD to a 600-bed hospital with additional specialist centers, in addition to a 500-bed tertiary hospital in Johor Bahru, Thompson Iskandar. So guys, as I explored their fertility center, I discovered quite an alarming statistic. Did you know that 1 in every 6 couples face problems with fertility? This is a lot more common than we think. Fortunately though, this hospital's fertility center has a very high success rate. In fact, they have helped couples conceive over 3,000 babies in the past, making this center a very famous center for the hospital. But of course, we should go talk more about all of this with our special guest, Roy Kwek Hong Sheng, the group CEO, ladies and gentlemen. private healthcare industry like now in Malaysia?
Well, it's growing. I think healthcare as a sector in Malaysia has enjoyed tremendous demand in recent years, partly because country population has gone up. I think also in terms of quality of healthcare, there's been significant improvement as well. And in all countries, if population goes up, if lifestyles change, demand for healthcare will similarly be high. Across the whole of Malaysia, I think the healthcare industry has grown about double digits, about 11% a year, and we expect the trend to continue.
And what's the competition like within the private healthcare providers?
I don't really think of competition when I talk about healthcare. I think the more important thing is you must have a quality product. You must be able to serve the needs of the people. There are different players. You have the public sector players, the private sector players. I think the important thing is for each one of us to be very clear in what we do and the areas that we specialize in. So I think there's enough room for different players, but only if you have a quality product.
Right. So now we're talking about the different players within the private healthcare sector. There's hospitals that are targeted towards international patients, domestic, and there are many levels of income. So can you categorize the different private hospitals in the market in terms of their target?
Well, I think I go back to what I said earlier about having a good product. You must be very clear what specialties you want to provide. In Tropicana, we try to make sure that we have a good range of specialties that basically meet the requirements of the people and the population in terms of disease patterns, in terms of healthcare needs. In that area, we want to make sure that we are amongst the best, if not the best. One area that we're very strong in is fertility. In fertility treatment, the IVF treatments, we've just been named the top fertility center in Malaysia for 2016. So where you do that well, you will be able to attract customers, patients from across the range, whether they are in the middle class, upper middle class. I think the important thing therefore is to then make sure that your product is priced correctly so that you can have that product shared amongst as many people as possible across the different segments of population. We don't specifically try to target any one segment. I think if you need our product, if you need our service, we hope to be able to serve you. Whether you're able to pay through yourself, whether you pay in cash, whether you're insured, whether your company pays for you, that is the issue that basically you will need to sort out. But on our part, we want to be able to serve as many people as we can.
So we're here at your fertility center, which is one of the renowned centers of your hospital. First of all, how much does the fertility center contribute to your overall revenue, you would say?
Well, today it contributes about 16% to our earnings. It used to be a lot higher, but in recent years we've started to branch into other disciplines, and that has allowed us to have a more balanced revenue stream coming from different disciplines. But it remains one of our most important disciplines simply because this is the basis, the foundation of the hospital. And we continue to invest a lot into this. And being the facility center of the year in Malaysia, being a flag bearer for Malaysia in this area, it's a heavy responsibility as well. And we want to make sure we are able to keep up with it.
How much demand is out there for fertility healthcare?
I think regionally and globally, the demand will continue to go up for a few reasons. One, it is the evolution of societies and populations. Increasingly, with greater affluence, with more educational opportunities, people are getting married much later in life, and biologically, that is not great for fertility, unfortunately. Basically, when they decide to have children, often the partners, they are in their 30s, late 30s, or sometimes even the early 40s. That creates fertility issues, and I see that becoming a big driver for us in terms of demand. We want to make sure that we're able to help them. It's wonderful whenever you see couples coming in desperate to have children, and when they leave us, they have children, they are parents, they're ever so grateful. Great joy that my doctors have when they're able to do that.
Right. And you have birthed over, 4,000 babies so far?
Yes. And we have a very high success rate of over 60%, which is quite unheard of. And that's something that we're very proud of. We want to make sure that we're able to continue to do that. We want to be able to make sure that we continue to help every couple that walks through the doors.
So in your expansion, you're also building up the Iskandaria Hospital in Johor. Can you tell us a little bit about this hospital and update on the progress right now?
The project in Johor, It's part of a much larger overall project spread over 11 hectares called the Vantage Bay Healthcare City. The first part of it is Thompson Iskandar, where we have the Iskandara Hospital. It's to be a 500-bed tertiary hospital where you have multiple disciplines with 7 centers of excellence. Of course, we'll be doing a fertility. We're also doing women's and children's health. We're doing your ENT. We're basically going into areas of care that meet, again, the needs of the population, not just in Johor, but we're also looking to serve the needs of people in the surrounding area. If they're coming from Singapore, if they're coming from Indonesia, that particular hospital will have the latest technology and the best doctors to meet their healthcare needs.
Right. And apart from that, how are you planning on expanding your existing TMC-KD here and your fertility centers throughout the country?
It's a very exciting time for us in TMC, especially in Kota Damansara, because we've just started our new wards. We're now a 200-bed hospital. We have a new expansion project that will add another 400 beds. So we'll have 600 beds in Kota Damansara. Again, the idea being that we want to be able to better serve our patients, our customers. With the additional capacity, we'll be able to serve more people.
Right.
And we'll be able to introduce even a wider range of services for them across the healthcare spectrum.
And in the future, are you looking to expand more organically or through acquisitions?
I think you can't say I'm only going to do it organically or I'm only going to do it through acquisitions. You need to have a combination of both. And you need to be able to see what makes sense for you at the right time. For us, it will likely be a combination. We've started doing a lot of organic growth, both on-site here as well as in Johor. Going forward, we probably will be open to looking at acquisitions or even mergers. The idea here is if we are able to find like-minded partners,
right,
we'll be happy to go into collaboration and cooperation with them. Like I said, I think healthcare in Malaysia is a growing industry. Healthcare in Asia is a growing industry. We are part of the industry and we want to be part of that growth story.
Are you looking to expand throughout the ASEAN as well, in
Absolutely.
overseas markets?
Absolutely. We want to be able to be a player, to be reckoned with, not just within Malaysia to serve Malaysian population, but also in the region, whether it's Indonesia, whether it's beyond even ASEAN, and we perhaps looking into China. We have good flow of patients now coming in from different countries. We intend to grow that, and once we have that branding in the other countries, we may consider serving them directly where they come from.
So very exciting times for the company, really.
Indeed.
Yes.
But hard work also ahead for a lot of my colleagues and myself.
Of course, that always comes. All right, well, thank you so much for today, Mr. Roy.
Real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Financial highlights. At the end of 2015, TMC Life Sciences revenue was over 103 million ringgits, or over 871 million baht, growing by 28% from 2010. Its net profit was over 9.9 million ringgits, or 837 million baht, a growth of 128%. Its net profit margin was at 9.6% and ROE around 3%. Its PE was at 123 and PBV around 4. At the end of 2015, TMC's Life Sciences share price was at 0.7 ringgits, or 6 baht, a growth of 38% in 5 years. Its market cap was over 1.2 billion ringgits, or about 10 billion baht, a growth of 297% from 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, that was TMC Life Sciences. Join us again next time for more company highlights with me, Pizza. Now guys, since we are already here at a good hospital, I might as well do a general health checkup and see if my blood pressure is up to its normal levels. See you guys soon!